What's up with y'all, man? It's your boy Tez, the Logistics Rookie. Back at y'all today with another video, man. I want to talk to y'all today about how much money does an independent courier make. And I'm going to split it up into two. We're going to talk about how much money just a independent courier by himself make, or someone with an independent courier business. And it's pretty, it's general, but for my research, I'm only going to go off of what I know and what I've witnessed. So an independent courier, just somebody such as myself who's solo in the business, out there driving every day, you probably can see between $1,000 to $3,000 a week. Now, mind you, an independent courier, they are paid in many different ways. For my research, you got couriers out there who are paid per stop. You got some who are paid per mile. You got some who are paid per package. I seen a job yesterday on Craigslist paying $3 a package. And that was pretty good money there, so that's an opportunity. Oh, what's up, bro? Yo, I'm sorry about that, y'all. The man just came and dropped off some more stuff for me, but yeah, man, so that's the third way you can get paid per package, and the fourth way, they probably just pay you a flat fee. So say they probably just pay you $120 or $150 a day, $200, $250 a day. So it all depends, but those are usually the four types of ways that you can get paid as an independent courier. So with that being said, man, you can, like I said, you can come out with about $1,000 to $3,000 a week. Now, also, this can also depends on the market. The city or the state that you live in, that makes a big difference in how much money you can make as an independent courier. I see a lot of you guys on my comments. You come recommending different companies and different opportunities to me. But what you're not understanding is I'm in a different city, different state. I'm in a different market. So I go out there and search these opportunities that you guys have sent to me. They're not even available in my state, because that's just the market. So you have to consider that also. I mean, it's just like I'm in Arizona, for an example. Truck drivers, they hate to come to Arizona because they know Arizona don't produce anything. And they know the freight market here in Arizona pays the least amount of money out of almost anybody, next to Florida. So you got to consider those things. It's all about the market that you are in too. Because the market that I'm in right now is heavily oversaturated. There are billions of courier companies, third-party logistics companies out there that will hire people like me to deliver freight. But the thing is, it's so oversaturated to where a lot of these companies are paying pretty low, or they are paying the same amount. There's really not too many companies out here who are paying top-tier dollar. Now, there may be. I'm still doing my research. There may be, but I'm just saying, for an example, you have to pay attention to those two factors: your pay type and your market. But at the end of the day, as an independent contractor, solo, you probably can come out with $1,000 to $3,000 a week. And that also, let me add in a third factor. That also will depend on how many hours you running. This is a job that is all about the hustle and bustle, and you really got to be out here running heavy if you want to make some decent money. Now, I have seen a few guys on YouTube saying they make about $300-400 in 2-3 hours. Like I said, that all goes back to the opportunity in your market and the companies in your market. So I don't know too much about how to make that big amount of money in that short period of time just yet, but I'm just giving you what I know. But usually you got to be out here running about 8-14 hours a day if you really want to build up your income in this business. So you got to consider that also. You might have to be out here on the road between 8 hours to 14 hours a day. I would hope not longer than 14 hours, but you never know, man. I mean, you got to eat. And the way to eat is to keep these wheels going. So, got to consider that also. Another thing you want to consider, another factor that you want to consider when it comes to an independent courier getting paid is your overhead cost. Because we not focusing on the gross. We need to focus on the net profit and the profit margin. Because when you get into this industry, man, that's why I always recommend anybody who getting into the transportation industry, try to minimize your overhead. Keep your overhead as low as possible when you get into this game. Because at the end of the day, it will affect how much you bring home. So, think about your truck payment, your van payment, or whatever you got as an independent courier. That's why I always recommend just come in, cause next to your vehicle payment, your insurance is the next highest payment. So you can't get past insurance, but you can get past that vehicle payment. So I recommend paying cash for your vehicle. And a lot of people keep coming at me talking about, oh, an auction may not be the best idea. I never said it was the best idea. If you know about fixing cars, if you know about, how to fix on cars, and if you know what, have a good, trustworthy mechanic to come check it out before you look at the car, then go for it. But you can also save up your money for a few months, and you can go to the dealership and get the vehicle right off the lot. Straight cash. I did it before, so I know you can do it too. But anyway, you got your vehicle payment, you got insurance. If you got commercial insurance, mind you, that's gonna run you about $500, $700 a month, depending on who we talking about and depending on what type of vehicle you got. But I know that's usually the standard when you trying to do an independent courier service, because that's the quote I received before I got into the industry. But you got to think about that insurance payment. You got to think about maintenance. You got to get the oil changed. They run you about $25, $50 a month, depending on who you go to. I go to Firestone, so they just charge me $30. But you got your tires. You got to keep your tires up. Something happened with the engine, you got to keep that fixed up. So, and we not even talking about third-party logistics companies. When you get on with these companies, they will deduct pay from your check every day or every week. So they may charge you an administration fee. They may charge you a fee for using their apps or their resources. And they may charge you a occupational accident or what else they call it? Workers' comp insurance. They may charge you for that. So you got to include that in your overhead. So there are already so many hands in the pot, man, before you even get on the road. So just make sure you minimize that overhead as much as possible, because that can turn that $3,000 you make a week into $1,500 a week. So just think about that. And if you are in expediting, like if you got a van and you may drive out of state and deliver freight, that's a whole different ball game, because now you got to go with the DOT regulations. You got to pay for your authority, but that's a one-time payment. But your insurance may be even higher doing that. Then you still got your van payment. And then if you out here getting loads off the load board, you got to pay for access every month to your load board, like the DAT load board. Then you got the brokers got to take their cut. So, and if you leased on with a company like Landstar or somebody, they got to take their cut. So in this transportation business, there's too many hands in the pot, man. Minimize your overhead before you go in, because it can easily shrink that weekly payment to where, man, you barely making anything. So let's talk about the independent courier business. Independent courier business, you probably can see six figures with that. You probably can make between I say 3 to 5,000 a week, depending on how many trucks you got. Let's say you got 5 or 10 trucks out there pulling about just 2,000 a week. Let's just say 1,500, 2,000 a week. Then that's okay, but remember what I just said, the overhead cost. So you know, with an independent courier business, it's going to come with paying your employees, paying their insurance, because they got to have their workers' comp. You're going to have to add them to your insurance. And if you finance those vehicles, you got to pay to make the payments on them vehicles. So it's the same situation all over again, you know. But I say if you got about 5, 10 vans out there running, you probably can see 6 figures, possibly. But you know, that was just a quick video, man. Mind you, these are not accurate numbers, but this is just what I've been studying and researching, because I research and study this side of the industry every day, and I'm only using numbers that I've seen in my particular market. You guys may have even bigger or smaller numbers. You may know in your market, you probably can make $1 million with just three vans. You never know. I mean, but that's a quick video I wanted to lay on you guys, man. But let me go and get to my next destination. But y'all stay focused, man. Like, subscribe, share the video. If you guys got any questions, just hit me up on my scricklybusiness587@gmail.com. I'm not too good at getting back with these comment section, but y'all stay focused, stay blessed, keep grinding. One. Yeah, don't forget about fuel. Fuel is also a heavy expense in your business that can also affect how much you bring home during the week, because even though you making 1,000 to 3,000 a week, you may spend half of that on fuel. Shoot, I mean, right now I'm spending about between 120 150 a week on fuel alone. So you got to really consider stuff like that, man. And even with an independent courier business, all that fuel adds up. Now, sometimes you guys may look up and get fuel surcharge that can be very helpful to you and your business. But that's just another expense, another overhead expense I wanted to bring up. But